Okay, we're recording. So thank you guys for joining us for this quick webinar. I'm hoping to not take up too much of your time tonight. So I appreciate all of you taking the time to hop on and join us and see what Beachbody Coaching is all about. So let's get started. Who am I? My name is Mackenzie-Davalos, and I am a diamond coach with Beachbody. I've been a coach for almost a year. It'll be a year next month. Wow, that went by really fast. I'm a wife and mom, entrepreneur, hairstylist, organizer, and creator of a local play group called Moms and Tots of Elk Grove, and that keeps me, all those jobs keep me pretty dang busy. I started with Beachbody way back in the day with Turbo Jam. I'm sure some of you guys have heard of that. It's one of the oldest Beachbody programs that's been out for forever, and Chalene Johnson was the creator of that program. And I fell in love with Chalene way back in the day, and I loved just her upbeat, positive attitude, and I've had that DVD for forever. So that's kind of how I heard of Beachbody, like forever ago. I got reacquainted with Beachbody probably about 3 months after my daughter was born. Actually, I lied. I have P90X that I got a few years ago, but I never finished it. It was way too hard, and it ended up collecting dust on my shelf like most people who try P90X. So I never finished that program. That's still on my list of one of these days to finish. But I got started with Chalene Extreme last year in May, and it got me some amazing results. I think I lost about 18 pounds and like almost 10% body fat, and it just totally changed my life and got me in the best shape of my life probably ever, and a year post baby. So I was thrilled about that. I joined Beachbody as a coach to help me stay accountable in my own fitness journey, and the business side of it enabled me to stay home with my daughter, who was 1 at the time, and I was facing having to go back to work, and I was terrified about it. So I joined for almost selfish reasons initially, because I wanted to be able to make some money and I wanted to stay in shape. So it was really all about me. But that quickly changed, and I realized that I had big dreams. And since then, I've never looked back. I've never had the thought that I'm not going to do this anymore. I can't do this. It's completely changed who I am as a person and my thought process on a daily basis, and how I interact with my family and my friends and all the people that I meet and come across. And I have some big dreams that I'm really excited about making happen. So my goal is to eventually be a top coach. So that sounds really crazy and scary to say out loud, but I know that I can do it. So that's a little bit about me. And here are some before and after pictures. The first one on the left, it was right after 3 months postpartum after I had my daughter. I was 187 pounds. I was only 5 pounds less than I was the day that my daughter was born. So that was a scary reality check. And the picture on the right was a year later, and I had lost about 50 or 60 pounds. So, right? Yeah, that's the right math. 54 pounds-ish. And then the picture on the right is just some current pictures. So I'm still going. I have I've been a little stuck, so I'm excited to get some good results with Body Beast that I'm doing right now. So what is Beachbody? Beachbody was founded in 1998 by Carl Deichler and John Congdon. We are the creator of the nation's most popular fitness programs. You've heard of them, I'm sure: P90X, Insanity, Turbo Fire, and Brazil Butt Lift, to name a few. We are the creators of Shakeology, our amazing meal replacement shake, and the Ultimate Reset, which is a clinically proven 21 cleanse and detox reset system for your body. Our programs provide challenging workouts at home with easy to follow nutrition plans, and we provide unparalleled peer support with independent team Beachbody coaches, which is what I am. So that's a little bit about us. Our 4 core values as coaches are to commit and deliver on your promises, treat people with respect, and be courageously forthright, take the initiative to improve, work with passion, enthusiasm, and common sense. And the goal of all of us as Team Beachbody coaches is to end the trend of obesity in our country and eventually in the world. So some pretty big goals that I definitely think that with our amazing products and our system of helping people that it's definitely achievable. So this is a question that I get all the time, and it now kind of makes me laugh. When I first started, it almost was scary to get this question or offensive. But now it makes me laugh because Beachbody is so not a pyramid scheme. Typically with a pyramid scheme, there is no real product. There's high startup costs. You're paid on the volume of people that sign up. The people that get in early always earn more. It promises to be a get-rich-quick scheme, and there's usually very low retention because it's not a real legitimate business. So Beachbody is like yes, when you look at the structure of the company, it looks like it could be a pyramid scheme because it's in the shape of a pyramid. But if you think about pretty much every company in the world, those are actual pyramid schemes because the person at the top is making all the money and the people at the bottom are all working to support the person at the top. So Beachbody is not that way in any way, shape, or form because the people at the top have to help the people at the bottom. And in order for them to be successful, the people in the bottom have to be successful. So even though the shape, when you draw it out, it looks like it's a pyramid, but it's nowhere near close to being a pyramid scheme. And also pyramid schemes are illegal. So they're not, if you've heard of like a Ponzi scheme or things like that, like they're not legal. So Beachbody is multi-level marketing. And what is multi-level marketing? So multi-level marketing companies provide real products that people need. With Beachbody, you are required to have zero inventory, and there's very low or no startup fees depending upon which way you decide to join. We make zero commission for coach signups. So every single person on this call, if you guys all paid $40 to sign up, I make nothing off that. So that's something to always keep in mind, that the commission that I make off of a customer and a coach is the same. I don't make anything off of someone who just signs up for a coach unless they buy a challenge pack, which we'll get into in a little bit. But there's equal earning opportunities, meaning because I came in a year ago, there's no rules as far as what my earning opportunities are and potential is. I can earn, I can make my way all the way to the top. It doesn't matter that I came in later than some people. The opportunities are all the same, and it's all based off of how hard you work. So the way to be successful in this company and this business is to build a foundation and stay consistent. Those are the most important parts of really any business, but owning your own business, building a foundation that you can build upon and staying consistent in your daily activities is really what's going to determine whether or not you make it. So Beachbody didn't start as an MLM. We started as just home fitness, and it kind of evolved into the MLM structure because it was really the only way that Beachbody could make it work and not just make all their money off of retailing products. So coaches typically start out as customers. They get really great results and using the products, and they talk about what they use and how they got great results by referring customers to Beachbody. So that's kind of how it evolved. The customers were just getting such great results, and so they decided, I think the business has only been around for less than 10 years. I think only like 6 actually, but don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. The customers were just getting such great results that they decided to create a business, and that, what's the best way to be successful and to create business for yourself is referrals. Anyone who's self-employed knows that, or anyone that's starting a business knows that referrals are the best way to get customers. So these are the traditional avenues to earn an income. You can go to school, and it takes years to complete. It's very expensive, and usually you have a lot of debt, and there's no guarantee that you'll have a job when you get out of school. So we all know someone probably in this situation that they have a ton of debt and student loans, and they're working at a job that maybe pays minimum wage or a little bit more, and that's not even in their field because it was the only job they could get, and they have had to pay off student loans. And so there's no guarantee that you'll end up getting a good job in the field that you want. If you do, that's great and you're lucky. But a lot of people, especially in the economy now, typically end up working jobs that aren't even in the field that they studied. So there's also a franchise. With franchises come huge startup costs, like $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 plus. You get corporate support usually. You may get a salary. Like I said, it's a huge investment that will take years and years and years to pay off if you ever pay it off. And you may have benefits or you may not. So it's kind of a risky situation to get involved in as well. The third one is being self-employed, which I can speak from this because I am self-employed in my hair business. It takes time to build. It takes, a lot of time, and it can be risky because there's no guaranteed income. If you go to work, a lot of times you don't get paid, or the money you get paid goes towards, paying your overhead and your bills. So there's usually a learning curve, and there's typically no benefits offered when you're self-employed, which sucks, let me tell you. So those are your traditional avenues. With Beachbody Coaching, it costs $40 to sign up, or it's free if you buy a challenge pack. So a challenge pack is a program, one of the fitness programs, and a bag of Shakeology, so your first month of Shakeology. So if you decide you want to be a coach and you buy a challenge pack, that $40 fee is waived. There's also a $15.95 per month fee, and that is for your back office, which provides all of the training that corporate puts out, and they manage all your websites for you, all your retail sales, and all your orders, and the tracking, and all of that stuff. So you don't have to do anything as far as picking up product and mailing it out, or taking orders and putting the orders into a system. If someone wants to order something, you send them to your personal website, and they can order it from there, and they can pay however they want to pay, and it all goes through Beachbody, and you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. So that $15.95, a lot of people aren't happy about paying that per month, but honestly, it's cheap. When you think about how little work we have to do on our ends, if someone buys something and they return it, or if there's shipping issues or customer service issues or anything like that, we don't have to deal with any of that. The annual revenue for 2010 was $400 million, and in 2012 it was $700 million. And people say we're in a recession, but not in this business, because people always need to get healthy and want to lose weight and want to get in shape. And so the numbers, I couldn't find current numbers, but I can guarantee you this year with the sales from this first quarter of the year, things literally blew up. So that number I'm sure is going to be much higher this year. And thank you, Leanne, for reminding me that military supporters and active military and spouses are free. So you don't have to pay any of that. So that's an awesome perk that Beachbody gives for our active military. So our products are premium products that are made with quality. And if for some reason you ever get something that's not, you send it back and they'll send you a new one, no questions asked. I've never had that happen. And I don't think I've ever had any of my customers have that happen. So our products, while they may be not the cheapest, they are made with quality for sure. And they are tested to make sure that they work. And they're amazing. So I can attest to that. We are a AAA Better Business Bureau rating, and we are the 69th fastest growing company in the US. I forgot to put in there that Beachbody also has the most women making 6 figures or higher than any other company in the United States. That's the rumor. That's what I've heard. So, which is pretty incredible. And the 69th fastest growing company, which we're still a baby company, and we have just over 150,000 coaches. So we haven't launched globally yet. There's rumor that we will do that in the next 12 to 24 months, which will be ridiculous. So we're kind of making sure we have all of our ducks in a row before we jump into that. And that'll be really, really, really exciting. We spend $125 million a year on marketing, and we have 8 number one infomercials. I'm sure you guys have all seen them. They're typically on, about 6 or 8 different channels all at the same time. Right now, I see the Insanity one, T25 all the time, and P90X3. And I don't see Brazil butt lift that often anymore. But everyone typically has, if they haven't heard of Beachbody, they've seen our infomercials. So 8 number one infomercials. And with Beachbody, you can start earning immediately. You could sign up tonight, you could sell something tomorrow and make the commission. You wouldn't make it this week, but maybe next week or the week after, because the pay schedule is behind a little bit. But you can start earning immediately, which is awesome. I think I made my first $100 within the first 2 weeks of being a coach. So I was pretty excited about that. So how do I earn? So in order to really be successful in this company, this is really what you have to do. The first one is be a product of the product. So when we say that, we mean you have to be using the products on an everyday, daily basis. It's very important, because nobody's going to want to buy something from you if you're not using it, or how can you tell someone that something works if you're not using it? So being a product of the product is literally the most important thing you can do in this business. You have to be using Shakeology daily and doing your workout and getting results and showing people that you have results, because that is how you won't even have to worry about selling things. I hear that a lot, that people don't want to sell things. And honestly, my pictures sell them, like the products sell themselves. I am just I'm a product of that. I have proven that these products work, that they're amazing, that if you follow them, you will get results. They are tested for years before they're put out. And so if you just follow the way that they're supposed to work, you will get results. So that is the most important part of this business. Running monthly challenge groups is going to constantly grow your customer base, and you'll help build yourself some nice residual income by running groups every single month. And as those Shakeology auto ships renew each month, every single time you add new people to your customer base, you're growing those commissions every single month. So running monthly challenge groups is one of the next top ways to be successful. When you hit the emerald rank, which means you have 2 coaches underneath you, one on each side, you start getting free customer leads from Beachbody. So all of those infomercials and internet advertising that Beachbody does, when someone clicks on a banner or they call the 800 number that they see on TV and they buy, let's say they buy P90X, and they ask them if they want to be assigned a free coach. So those people all get put into a pool, and then once you hit emerald, you get assigned these free customers. So you don't make the commission off of their initial order, but any future orders that they make, you will get the commission off of them, even if you don't ever talk to them. A lot of times people say they want a coach and then they get nervous when the coach contacts them, and so they just don't ever return the email or the phone call or the text or whatever. So if they ever decide that they love P90X and they want to try the results and recovery formula, or they want to try Shakeology, or they want to buy P90X2, anytime that happens, I get the commission off of those people. So that's a really cool perk of rank advancing, because the higher rank you get, the more leads you get. So that's like basically free money every single month just by keeping my rank and my account active. So you basically just make commission from sharing what you're doing with others. So it's really cool because I don't feel like I don't have to meet a quota every month. I don't have to talk to X amount of people every single day. I don't have to sell, 3 P90Xs and 2 T25s and 3 Insanities. I basically work as little or as much as I want, and I make commission from sharing what I'm doing with other people. So it's really not about selling, it's about sharing. So here is the commission and bonus kind of structure and explanation. We make commission weekly, so we get paid every Thursday, which is awesome. It usually goes in at midnight on Wednesday night. So every time I wake up on Thursday, I go check my bank account to see how much money I have in there. So that's really fun, and it's really nice. It's direct deposit. I get it and every single Thursday. So I love Thursdays now. Challenge packs, the commission ranges anywhere from $40 to $105 per pack. And they, pretty much almost every single program I think is available in a challenge pack. And like I said, that is basically a fitness program and 1 month of Shakeology. And when you buy the challenge packs, they discount it. So you're saving typically anywhere from usually like $40 to $90 by buying a challenge pack versus buying a fitness program and Shakeology separately. So buying them together, you save a lot more money. And Shakeology, every time someone buys Shakeology, I make $32. And like I said, with challenge packs, it automatically puts you on, or the customer on, auto ship. So if they continue to stay on Shakeology, every single time their Shakeology ships, I get paid $32. So imagine when you're starting a challenge group every single month and you find 5 new customers every month and they all stay on Shakeology, that's $32 every single time. And that compounds major over, a period of time. So we make 25% commission on sales through our Team Beachbody website. That's 25% commission on Shakeology, 25% commission on pretty much any product in our store. And then we make 50% commission on sales and renewals of the club membership. So the club membership basically gives the customer full access to our website. So that includes like the meal planner, access to the trainers, all of the message boards, and there's just like a ton of stuff on there. There's like recipes and just like tips and articles and just lots and lots and lots of really good information. I haven't even begun to explore really everything that's on that site, but there's a lot of really, really good information. So anyone that enrolls in that gets, it's like $2.99 a week, and it's billed quarterly. So every single time that renews every quarter, we make 50% commission, and I believe it's like $19.88. So that's pretty cool too. And then you earn a bonus each time one of your newly recruited coaches purchases a challenge pack. So let's say that Susie decides she wants to be a coach, and she purchases a challenge pack. Depending on, let's say she buys the T25 and Chocolate Shakeology challenge pack, I would make, I believe, $70 off of her, which is the same amount that if she stayed a customer, I would make the same amount. Or if she just decided she wanted to be a coach and she paid the $40, but she didn't buy a challenge pack, I make nothing off of that. So it's kind of, a challenge packs are a win-win for everyone, really. The customer or the new coach is saving money because they're getting everything discounted, and they get that $40 fee waived, and I make a commission off of that. And then every 5 Shakeology HD orders, that's Home Direct, it's the auto ship program. Every time I sell 5, so 5 challenge packs or 5 just Shakeology by itself on auto ship, within a 5-week period, you make an extra $100 bonus on top of your commission from all of those sales. So that's a pretty cool bonus too. I didn't even realize that I got one of those a couple months ago. I went to log in on Thursday to my back office, and I looked at my check for the week, and I was like, $100? What is this? I was totally not expecting it. So that was a really cool surprise and bonus. So that's a really cool extra thing. So keep that in mind. And you can also earn travel. So I'm sure you've seen, if any of you guys are following Beachbody Coaches, or if you've heard of the cool trips that we get to go on, the Success Club trip, which is going to be for hitting Success Club every month, you earn, this might be a little over your head, but by hitting certain monthly goals every single month for this year, I can earn myself a free trip to the Moon Palace Resort in Cancun, and that's happening next summer. So just by hitting my basic business goals every single month, I can basically get trips for free. So all I would have to pay for that trip is my airfare and everything. And I think it's 5 nights in Cancun. So the one that just happened was a exclusive Beachbody Coach cruise to the Bahamas. Was it the Bahamas? No, Cozumel and the Cayman Islands, sorry. And it was the whole entire cruise ship was Beachbody Coaches. So they rented out the ship. So that was pretty awesome. I was supposed to be on that, but I chose not to go because I wasn't ready to leave my daughter yet. So it's really cool because basically just hitting your goals, you can get and also get paid while you're there to go to really cool places and have fun with all of your fellow coaches. So this year there is a leadership retreat. So for the top, you have to be a 2-star diamond coach, which means you have 2 diamond coaches underneath you. And we'll get into the ranks in just a little bit. That is going to be in Scottsdale, Arizona this year, and that's like a 3 or 4 day event where they do a lot of training, and you get to go to these like elite dinners with the CEO of the company and all of the leadership of the company, and you get to just meet the top coaches of the company, and I've heard it's a really amazing event. So that's on my dream board for this year, so I'm working my butt off so I can get there. And in just a couple months, I think it's about 65 days away, we have our Coach Summit in Vegas at the MGM. And I earned myself a free ticket to go. So I'm really excited. And that's 3 nights and 4 days at the MGM. And we'll be doing all kinds of training and partying and dinners. And it's supposed to be a lot of fun. I've heard it's a pretty life-changing event to go to. So I'm really excited for that. And then also there's a team cup trip to the headquarters in Santa Monica, and that's for every quarter we do a big company-wide contest, and those winners get to go to headquarters and they get to do a private workout with one of the celebrity trainers, and they get to meet our CEO and all the head people of our company. So I've heard that's really cool too. I've never won it. It's a pretty intense competition, but it's they reward you hefty rewards for those people that win that contest. And then the final trip is the Elite 10 trip, and that's for the top 10 coaches of the entire company. This year they're going to Italy, and next year they're going to Paris. So eventually my goal is to be on one of these trips, and it's all expenses paid, and you get to bring your spouse and go, and just, I've heard it's just incredible. They definitely don't skimp on those trips. So they take care of those top 10 pretty well. So why do I coach? I coach because I love helping people achieve their goals, and I've seen how Beachbody has changed my life and how it's helped me get back my confidence. It's helped me eat better. It's helped me create an income to be home with my daughter. It keeps me accountable. I love being my own boss. I have a problem with authority. I don't like answering to people. So it's been really, it's worked out well for me because I don't have to answer to anyone. I do it at my own pace. I can be creative in the way that I run my business and what I want to do. I have a passion for health and fitness, and I get paid to basically be involved and to help others. And it allows me to put my family first, which is my main priority. So that's why I coach. Excuse me, I'm going to get a drink of water real quick. Okay, the 3 vital behaviors. So these are the 3 things that we preach about to every single coach, about this is what you need to do in order to be successful in your business. And that's invite. And that's inviting people to your challenge groups that you're running monthly. You're inviting people to your Shakeology tasting parties. You're inviting people just to join you in getting healthier. And basically just talking about what you're doing. Be a product of the product, which we talked about. Using the products on a daily basis, getting results, showing those results, so that way you're not having to go out there and pound the pavement trying to sell things. You basically are a walking billboard for the company and for yourself. And then the third one, which is also really important, but it's the one that people tend to struggle with and the one that people tend to skip and think that they don't need to do. And that is engage in personal development. So we all have our own quirks and things that we need to work on, parts of our personality that can be improved. And we do this by just developing yourself personally. And a lot of people do that through reading. And these are 2 books that I highly recommend, that I've read both of them. They were literally life-changing for me. The Slight Edge and GoPro. And this is something that we just highly, highly recommend to everyone, just so that you can grow yourself as a person, because that's really all you can change in the world is yourself. It starts with yourself. So working on yourself and always improving on those things that you need to work on. We all have weaknesses that we can strengthen. So engaging in personal development, I tell my team at least 10 pages or 10 minutes, whichever is more. I personally like to do like 30 to 40 minutes. I try to read at least, depending on whatever book I'm reading, sometimes the chapters are short, but I try and read at least an entire chapter if it's a long one, or 2 or 3 chapters if they're short ones, every single day. And that has completely changed my life in ways that I never thought possible. And when I first started out as a coach, I thought it was such a joke that all these top coaches were talking about personal development. And I was like, I don't need to do that. I am a good person and I'm optimistic and I'm positive and I'm fun. And those things don't keep you motivated and in the game when it's hard, when you're inviting and you're not getting any bites, or when you're supposed to run a challenge group and you have nobody that wants to do it, or when you post on Facebook and nobody responds. Doing your personal development and knowing that it's not, it's not always going to be easy. There's going to be times when things are tough. So whenever I have a coach that comes to me and they're frustrated, it's one of the first things I tell them is to go do their personal development if they haven't done it already. And then come talk to me, because it can change a lot. It can really change your mood almost instantly. And I find that when I'm frustrated or I'm having one of those days, when I go pick up my book, it was like 90% of the time, the first few pages I read tell me exactly what I need to hear that day. So that's been a really, really important part of my journey. And that's something that we don't take lightly in this company. So if you think you're perfect and you never have to improve on anything and you don't have to learn anything else, you've already learned everything, then you might, this might not be for you. So keep that in mind, that personal development is a really, really important and crucial part of this business. So how do I succeed? This little graphic got cut off, but I really like it because it says Beachbody Coaching. Number 1 is be the best you can be. Number 2 is to help others be the best they can be. And then the 3 got cut off. I couldn't get it to fit, but it says repeat. So that's basically how we do this business. You are the best version of you. You help other people be the best version of them. And then you do it over and over and over and over. So to be successful in the Bombshell Dynasty, which is what our team is called, you would complete our Team Bombshell training groups and the Coach Training Academy, which gives you like a really good, solid foundation of the business basics. You keep it simple. So you figure out which avenues you want to pursue, whether that be Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, or just, pounding the pavement and going out there and talking to people, holding a fit club. We recommend picking 1 or 2 things, doing them, and keeping it simple. So that's one of the biggest things is people try and complicate things way too much. So keep it simple. You want to focus on being interested in others and add value to their lives through social media. So not always talking about Beachbody or Shakeology or P90X or whatever you're doing. You want to post on a variety of topics that add value to their lives so that they want to follow you and they want to talk to you and they want to see what you're doing. And this is also a really, really crucial part, is finding your niche. So you want to find the group of people that light you up and get you excited. For me, that's like moms, people like me, people that are stay-at-home moms that maybe have little kids, people that are into, because I'm a hairstylist, I love hair and makeup and beauty kind of stuff. So I love when I find someone that's like that, because I feel like we have a lot of stuff to talk about. So finding your niche group of people that you want to work with, and treat this business like $1 million business, because that's what the potential is, and not treating it like a $40 business. So a lot of times people, they don't take it seriously because it only costs $40, or maybe not even that. Maybe it's free. And they don't treat it like $1 million business, but that's what's possible. So taking this business very seriously and not treating it like, is just another thing. There's so much potential. Also, to be successful, recruiting 2 to 3 people to join your challenge groups each month, and hitting benchmarks like Success Club, and achieving your first benchmark, which is the first rank advancement to Emerald, which means you have 2 coaches underneath you. And all of that will be done with the help of your coach. You're not going to be left alone. We are like a big family, which is awesome. huge in the Bombshell Dynasty. I think Lindsay posted today that we have over 14,000 people in just our team. So that's pretty cool. Here are the coach ranks. And let's see. Okay, so Emerald, we encourage people to try and hit Emerald within their first 30 days so that they can make their money back that they invested and that they can start getting the customer leads. So make your daily exposures and you could be an Emerald coach in 30 days. To achieve this, enroll at least one active coach in each of your right and left legs. Ruby is you have 2 Emeralds underneath you. So each of them have signed 2 coaches and rank advanced to Emerald, and then you have 2 other coaches underneath them. So you have a total of 4, but you have 2 Emeralds, so each of them have 2. So underneath you, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 total, but 4 personally sponsored. And then to be a Diamond, which is the rank that I am right now, I actually have about 24 coaches, but they're not all active. So by 90 days, we encourage, although I'm not going to lie, reaching Diamond in 90 days it's a huge accomplishment. It took me about 6 months to reach Diamond, 5 months to reach Diamond. So everyone starts at a different place and everyone has different size networks. Mine was not huge to begin with. So I was really proud when I hit Diamond, and I'm still Diamond because in order for me to rank advance further, my team has to be rank advancing themselves. So we're working really hard with my team for them to grow their businesses right now. So to be a Diamond, you have a total of 12 people on your team. 8 of them are your personally sponsored coaches, and you have 4 on each leg. And one coach on each leg needs to be Emerald, and they all have to be active. So active means they have 50 in personal volume per month. So if they are getting Shakeology every month, they'll stay active, or if they sell 1 Shakeology a month, they'll stay active. So how much money can you make? This was from 2011. I couldn't find a current one. I don't think they've released last year's yet, maybe. But this is the most current statement I could find. So you'll see it kind of varies greatly. The average earnings vary anywhere from $2,300 a year to $80,000. That's the average. Star Diamond, and that's I think only 1 star. So the highest you can get is 15 star. So imagine that number would be greatly increased if you were a 15-star diamond. I've heard the 15-star diamonds typically are making at least $500,000 a year. And then they're also getting bonuses every quarter that range anywhere from $30,000 to $50,000 per quarter on top of these earnings. So it's pretty incredible. It's amazing. You can earn all of this from working at home in your pajamas on Facebook. So that's what I love. So this is a screenshot of my coach, Lindsay. This is not the most current. This was from maybe 8 months ago, 7 months ago. And this is her earnings in her first 3 years of business. So these are per week. So you see at the top, $44.71 per week. A year into the business, she was making about $1,100 per week. 2 years, $5,000 per week, and her 3-year anniversary was $22,000 per week. And she's coming up on her 4-year anniversary in a couple months. So I'm really curious to see what that will be. I would put money on that it's at least $30,000, $35,000, maybe $40,000 per week. So add that up. It's a nice little chunk of money. She just bought a house, paid for in cash, and she's living the dream life. So this is what's possible with this company. So challenge groups, what are they? They're basically online fitness groups for people using Beachbody programs. People join for accountability, support, friendship, knowledge, and motivation. And we as coaches guide them through their programs and help support them, answer questions, hold their hands, lift them up when they're feeling frustrated, and basically just help them get through their program. Some of them can be really challenging not only physically, but mentally. If you've ever done Insanity or P90X, you know that that is the case. They're definitely challenging. And then also what's really cool about challenge groups and the Beachbody Challenge is when they finish a program, your customer or coach or whoever's in your group can send in their before and after pictures into Beachbody, and they can be entered in to win the Beachbody Challenge. So every single day there's a $500 winner that gets selected by the corporate offices, and then there's all those daily winners get entered into a monthly prize. I think it's 1,000, and then there's a quarterly, which I think is 5,000. And then all those quarterly winners get entered into, another pool. And then there's two, I don't know how many winners they select at, I think there's two winners they select at Summit that win the entire thing. And they win, I think it's $100,000. It's a lot of money just for getting in shape and eating healthy and doing the workout program. So it's pretty cool. So not only can they literally change their life by losing weight and getting in shape and getting healthy, they can win a ton of money just for sending in their pictures. So, and you always get a shirt every single time you finish a program. You send in your story and you get a free shirt. So I just sent in my results for 21 Day Fix, and I should be getting my shirt in the next couple of weeks. So that's always fun too. So people can ask you when you're out and about, and you can tell them, yes, I completed this program. So that's pretty fun. So these are the qualities of what I look for in a coach. So I want somebody that's willing to learn, someone that's honest and consistent, somebody who wants to make a difference in their life and the lives of others, someone who wants to be a part of a family and who's a team player and understands that this is a business and not a get-rich-quick scheme, and it's going to take time to build momentum and before you really start making the big money. They must be willing to work on themselves is also a very, very, very important quality that I look for. So hopefully some of you guys have these qualities and think that you may be a good fit for our team. So that's what I look for. And okay, so yes, I've been a coach for almost a year, and no, I'm not making $1,000 a week. That is my goal at some point this year, is to consistently be making $1,000 a week. But here's a snapshot of a few of my checks from this past year. So the one on the left is my very first check. I got paid, I think, 2 weeks after I started. I think I sold maybe 2 challenge packs and a Shakeology, or maybe just 2 challenge packs. So as you can see on the left, my only pay for that week was retail commission, and everything else is zero because obviously I didn't have a team at that point. And then the one on the right, you can see that my commission was a little bit less in retail, and my team bonuses started to grow. So I was growing myself a team. I think this is when right around the time I hit Diamond, and these are weekly checks. So my team bonus was $108, and then I got a matching bonus of $1.40. I got a fast start bonus of $230, and then that fast start plus bonus, which is because I sold 5 Shakeology HDs in a 5-week period. So I got that extra $100. So there's a snapshot. And here's a closer one. February 26th, I made $445 in a week. My retail commission was almost $300. My subscription commission, so that's the club memberships, was $38. My team bonus was $108, and I had a matching bonus of $1.40. So I'm consistently making about $400 to $500 a week, and I know that will be dramatically increased by the end of this year. So my goals for this year are to pay $5,000 off in debt, to match my husband's income, to consistently make $1,000 to $2,000 a week, and to build my week leg, which this is going to sound like gibberish to you guys, but to build my week leg up to 10,000 in team volume per week. So that's where I make my team bonuses. So when you join me or one of my coaches on our team, you are joining A Dynasty, And these are the top 10 coaches from last year, and 3 of them were on our team. So it's pretty awesome that we have 3 of the top 10 in the entire company that are helping to train us, give us really good information, run team calls for us, and basically just help each other, because that's what we do, and to be successful. So that's pretty cool. So Lindsay Matway, who's the number 1 coach, is my coach, and she's one of my really, really good friends. And so I'm very blessed, and we are all blessed to be on her team because she creates some really amazing content and helps us all out. So congratulations to the top 10. There they are. See how many of them are women? 9 out of the 10. Pretty amazing. So we are at the end of the presentation. And I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for joining me. This is my first time doing this, so I'm sorry if it was a little wordy or if I moved too fast. I am recording, so if you would like the recording, just let me know. Hopefully I can get it uploaded pretty soon. And if you have questions or if you're ready to join us, you can email me, mackenziedavalos@hotmail.com, or you can email the coach that invited you to this call. You can also find me on Facebook, facebook.com/mackenziedavalos. And please feel free to message me if you have any questions, like I said, really pertaining to anything. Please don't hesitate to get in touch with me so that I can get those questions answered for you. So thank you for joining us today. And as we say in the Bombshell Dynasty, together we are better. So have a great night, you guys, and hopefully we will see some of you on our team very soon. Thanks. Have a great night.